Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn a new lesson in EVS 1, that is maps and symbols. As you can see in this picture, a beautiful scenery. Let us name the things that we can see in this picture. Here is a sunlight, sun shining in the sky, trees around, termite mounds, then the small bushes around, and a small lake. We can also see stems of lotus, few weeds that are grown in the lake, and an animal here in the picture, and green grass all around. A bird flying in the sky. So these are the things that we can see in this picture. Let us move on to the next slide. In this picture, we can see natural things, man-made things, non-living and living things. Now, what are natural things? Things that appear natural in nature are called natural things. That is the river, the trees, the mountains, the green grass around. Men do not create this. This is the natural thing that we get from nature. Now the second picture is a man-made things, buildings around, houses around, then the roads, the vehicles moving on the road. These are all man-made things, non-living things. In the next picture you can see a table, a chair, a cupboard, okay, walls, a carpet down. These are all non-living things because they do not breathe and they do not grow on their own. So that is why they are called non-living things. Now here in the next picture we have living things, animals around, trees growing, then birds moving around. So all these are living things. We human beings are also living things because we breathe and we grow. Now natural and man-made things. There are four different things in the picture as we read just now. Of these, some things are man-made while others have formed naturally. Now the things which are natural are a river, trees, hill, grass. Man-made things are building, house, road, tables and chairs and many more things. Always remember, man-made objects are made from natural resources. Natural resources means resources that we get from nature. So when we use the natural resources, we need to be very careful as we should not waste these natural resources. For example, we make chairs, tables, benches, etc. from wood obtained from trees. The art of making map has now advanced greatly. Our ancestors also used to make maps. Now when we talk about map making, now as students it's very easy for us to get a map, to know to read a map because they are printed for us in the book. Then there is a book specially made only for maps, and that book is called Atlas. When you go to higher standards, you will be definitely using those books. Okay, there you have different types of map, political map, regional maps, Maharashtra map, world map, many maps in that book. Now, our ancestors also used to make maps. Now maps are not the thing that we are using now. It was used many years ago also. But they were not printed in a book as we are getting now. As in the third standard, you must have read about the Stone Age man. How as the days passed by, they started discovering new things. Okay, now how they used to make use of map? They used to take a stone and draw the map on the wall or a stone wherever they could, and they used to try to understand the place, and sometimes they used to use animal skin also to draw the map. Bones were also used to draw the structure of the map. Here you can see the different types of bones, the different shapes of bones, and they were not only used in drawing maps, but they were used for hunting purpose also. Now in this slide, you have read the words like cowries. That means they used animal skins, bones, cowries. Cowries means they are shells. They are shells that they used to get from the shore of the sea. Now they made use of these cowries also to draw the map, and a clay or a stone tablet. Tablet means a piece of clay or a stone to draw map. Approximately 5,000 years ago, there was a civilization called Mesopotamia. Civilization means people living in that during that era, in the medieval period. Now, these people used to usually uh, stay where there was a fertile land, okay, and close to the river civilization. So, they were the people called Mesopotamia. Okay, now these were the things that they used during those times. The pictures that are shown on the slide, these were the things that these people used to draw a map. A clay tablet of those days showing some parts of Mesopotamia is shown alongside. Now these are the things were used during the region of Mesopotamia, a kind of civilization. Students, let us read the sketch shown on the slide. Draw the symbol used to represent a house. Okay, now if you want to represent a house from this sketch, you have to draw the picture of a house. Next to the symbol, write the symbol, write the number of time it appears in the sketch. Now you have drawn a symbol here of a house. You have to see how many times this symbol has been repeated here in the sketch. So you put a dash and you write the number. Draw the symbol used to represent a tree. Then you draw a picture of a tree and you have to write how many times it has appeared in the sketch. Next to the symbol, write the number of trees seen in the sketch. List the things in Ruchira's house locality that do not appear in the sketch. Now here there are various kinds of symbols given. Now you check whether these symbols are there in the sketch or no. And the symbols that are not there in the sketch, we have to mark it wrong. Okay, that means we have to put a cross in front of the sketch. Now the picture of a star sketch, here we do not have any star sketch, so we will put a cross over here. House, yes, we do have a house here is shown in the sketch, that is twice it's been repeating, 1 and 2. Okay, tree is also present in this sketch. Now this circle, the circle that is shown, we cannot see any symbol of this kind over here. Okay, now this circle could be a picture of a well, so you can just put a dash and put your number 1. Now this half semicircle, now this semicircle is a symbol of park, so this is also there. Now this round circle, this is also not shown here in the picture. Now this rectangular kind of a symbol, that shows that it's a bus stop. So this symbol too is there in the sketch. Now this symbol is not there in the sketch, so we'll put a cross. Now the plus sign shows that there is a hospital nearby. So yes, we have this marking this symbol shown over here. Now this round circle, the blue circle, we do not have here any marking of the blue circle. Now this cross also is not there in this sketch. Okay, we are comparing these symbols with this first sketch over here. Now you can compare these symbols with the second sketch and see that which symbol is not appearing in this picture, and just put a cross. Now whenever you draw a sketch, always remember that symbols are very important. Now, as we did the reading of the map in the previous slide, you must have noticed that without an index, it's not possible for us to read the details of the map. When you have the details of the map in the index, it becomes very easy for us to know the content of the map. Now look at this picture. Now when you did the lesson of maps, directions and maps, that time you must have noticed that having this index in the map is very important. Okay, this index shows the details, tells us the details contained in this map. Now here, first the symbol is district headquarters. Then we have the major places situated in Maharashtra. Then here caves. Then here it is a fort, hot spring, air transport, port, national highway and railway. Now the pink lines that you can see all over the map, this shows the national highways that are there in Maharashtra. And the dotted lines show us the, can you see these dotted lines? Yes, they direct us the railway lines of Maharashtra. And these directions are very important. The north south direction, east west direction is very important, which directs us in which direction certain places are situated. Or you can take a small instrument called compass, which you can keep right here in the center of the map, and you can learn the different directions of the map. But see that you have to keep it correctly. Then here below the markings of the different directions, here you have the kilometers. Okay, the measurement of the places, how a place is far from a different place. Okay, the distance of two different places. Okay, so it is shown in kilometers. Maharashtra state major tourist places and transport routes. Now these are the questions based on this map. So now here the words are written very fine. Some of you may not be able to read the words. So the best way is you need to open your textbook and then answer these questions. Right? You will get the answers of these questions in your next EVS class. When you do this, we will just go through the details. Now here they have asked us to find the historical heritage of Maharashtra. Historical heritage means definitely we have learned more about forts that we are learning in EVS 2 when we are doing the stories of Shivaji Maharaj. The different plains, the different mountains, Sahyadri mountains, then the forts that he conquered, he captured. All these details we have learned in our EVS 2 chapters. Okay, now you will find this historical heritage over here. That means the forts, the different forts situated in different places in Maharashtra. So you have to write the names. Not all the names, you can write any three of each. Then you have to name the districts that are having hot springs. Hot springs is shown by the symbol blue. Then you have to find the districts that have ports. Port symbol is also given here. Wherever you find this symbol, you should think that it is a port. Here there is Vijay Durga port. Then now this name of the place is very fine. I cannot actually read and tell you, but you can open your textbook and you can do. Then here also there is one port, picture of a port. You have to go through the map in your textbook and find the answers for these questions. And when you have your next TBS question, teacher will give you the answers of these questions mentioned here. Let's move on to the next slide. Now in this lesson, we have learned to identify the man-made and natural elements on a map. Then we learned our environment has both natural and man-made objects. Then we learned about the special symbols that are used for making of a map. Without symbols, we cannot read the details of the map. It is impossible to read the details of the map without symbols. Now here there is a small activity for you. You have to draw a sketch of your locality. It could be from your locality to a place called, now suppose you have to go to a shopping mall. From your locality to the shopping mall, how you will guide another person to go, or from Holy Family School to your locality, how you will guide your friend to reach your house or to reach your place for any function or a birthday party. So you have to draw a sketch. But keep one thing in mind when you're drawing a sketch. See that you first decide what symbols are you going to draw. First, you make a list of symbols you are going to use while making that sketch. And those symbols, you will always mention it on the right side of the sketch, as you have seen in the slides shown by teacher. Okay, and when you're drawing a sketch, see that there is a compass rose also. Compass rose is very important because it guides you the different directions of the place. And taking into account, you can also show the sunrise in your locality. Where does the sun rise? Now as you go towards the school, you can see the rising sun. That you have to decide and draw. Okay, and then you have to name that sketch as my locality and post it on WhatsApp group. Thank you.